the returning champion.
All right, I drove all the way out to Indianapolis to record episode 8 of Button Mashup, and today we have GodofGrunts. How's it going, man?
Going good. I appreciate you driving out here for me and for no other reason.
No other reason, dude. It's just happened. We talked about it at Evo, and we were like, hey, you know what? I'm just going to drive out to you because, you know, recording live is always the fun way to do.
It's a far superior way to do it, for sure.
I mean, it's it's been 100% awesome time so far. I mean, actually, so I don't know if I told you this because we didn't really get to hang out too much at Evo, but Mox was like, "Hey, are you doing any like live recordings at Evo?" And I was like, "I didn't even think about it." I was just like, "Oh, I should have," but. Especially with hotel sets and stuff, that would have been amazing.
That could have been fun for sure. But there was so much to do at Evo, you know?
Oh, it's so much to do. So here we are playing Street Fighter 6, and this was GodofGrunts' pick. So what's the scoop?
So like Street Fighter 6 is not my first fighting game by any stretch, but it is the fighting game that like made me want to play competitively and get better. Which I know a lot of people, especially in our Discord, like they're 09ers, right? Street Fighter 4,
yeah,
or even before that was their jam.
Yeah,
but I didn't really play fighting games like that. My first fighting game when I was basically COVID hit, right, and everyone was inside. Strive came out.
Yep.
And I was like, you know what? I haven't really tried playing competitive fighting games. This game was cool. I'll give it a try. I never heard of Guilty Gear before. Really, I was only familiar with like Street Fighter and Tekken at the time.
Oh, nice parry.
Thank you. So, 3 months before Street Fighter 6 came out, I bought Street Fighter 5. Got the like gold rank, and then when I didn't go to Evo that year because I was so afraid. I was like, what if I just don't like this game? I'm going to fly all the way out to Evo.
Yeah, and then you're stuck in Las Vegas.
Yeah, and then not have a fighting game that I wanted to play. So what would even be the point? But yeah, so I started out with Strive, and I liked it all right. Potemkin is very fun, but that game is just kind of insane. It's like you need to be offensive pressure, pushing your buttons, all the time. And probably as a first competitive fighting game, maybe an anime fighter with like 14 different dash options, and maybe that wasn't the smartest play by me.
That was a choice.
I did enjoy it a lot. I put like 90 hours into it. I never got into Celestial, but I had several Celestial challenges.
Oh, nice.
But there was like this boss player I feel like was gatekeeping me. Every time it was like my time to go up, I'd get into the Celestial challenge and just get this boss player. I was like, all right. And
You're
I
just waiting.
Again, so cool. How do I deal with this?
How do I grab this guy that's just constantly in the air?
Right. And like I said, it was my first fighting game, so like I wasn't super strong in fundamentals and stuff. I definitely was probably relying on gimmicks more than anything. Yeah. But yeah, so like after that game came out, I played it for a little bit. I was like, I like this game. 90 hours, like I said. Maybe it's not the game I want to be super competitive in.
Yeah.
So I had some friends who played Tekken 7, so I got that one.
Yep.
Tekken 7 was alright. I don't think I'm a big fan of the 3D fighter genre, just because of the movement. It didn't really meld with me.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Especially because by the time I joined it's a legacy knowledge game, right?
Yeah.
And so like I didn't have any of that legacy knowledge, so starting.
Oh, I thought I had it. I thought I had that.
But yeah, like not having any of that legacy knowledge. And at the time, I wasn't in the Discord, so I didn't even really have a good way to learn these things.
Yeah.
I did actually. I found boomers because I bought Street Fighter 5, and I was playing, and I cannot remember who it was, but I played someone who was in the boomers dojo.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, that's weird. So I googled it, and it brought me to a Reddit post that Geo had made, and it was like, oh yeah, we're a fighting game community for people over 30. And I was like, cool. I'm over 30.
I'm one of those. All right.
But yeah, so then I got Street Fighter 6 or 5, and I wasn't good. I got like gold or something.
Yeah.
Didn't really understand how the game worked. Again, it was a game that had been out for so long that there was just so many mechanics and stuff you needed to know. That was kind of hard for me. But then this game came out, and the public betas were out, and I had a couple of friends who were pretty big in Street Fighter, and they played with me, and I couldn't do anything, man. I didn't know how combo structure worked. I didn't know how anything worked, and only a geek was in that beta, right?
Right.
But I had just known from other things that I really like this style of character. Big characters,
Big grabby character.
yeah. League of Legends, Blitzcrank, I love playing Blitzcrank.
That'll be a fun time.
I cannot wait.
It's gonna happen.
But this and playing Potemkin and Strive just made me like a command grab convertee.
Yeah.
I was definitely in the church of the command grab for sure. Oh, I didn't know you could only do one of those.
With no stores, it's
Oh, I didn't guess that. So yeah, I started playing this game and I loved it. I thought. I know a lot of people have some weird issues with this game, probably because like the other legacy stuff. And I don't have those because this is like my first real fighting game.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was this game feels like a game where characters are balanced enough that skill matters way more than the characters. There obviously is a fighting game.
Yeah.
Some characters should be stronger than others.
Yeah.
But like everyone having the ability to like run forward with a drive rush or whatever, everyone having their specials, like OD specials available to them immediately.
Yep.
The game just feels so good, and like I said, it feels like when I lose, I don't like in 5 when I lost, I was like, damn man, sure would be nice if you could move in this game.
Yeah. True.
Or like sometimes I lose and I'll be like, why did I lose there? Usually that block string works on other people. It's like, oh, that character has a 3-frame jab. You know?
Yep.
Your character doesn't.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
when you were practicing that against another character that only had a 4-frame jab, that was a true block string and it worked and you were safe. 3-frame jab though, no. So
I do find that the universal frames on like most things in this game is definitely a breath of fresh air compared to oh damn it. This is going to be an hour of me falling for Geef's level 3, I'll tell you that right now. This is actually an interesting aspect of this because like most of the games that we've played on this show, I think well outside of playing Street Fighter 5, actually that's interesting. Both of the games that I've played live in person have been games that I'm pretty familiar with. So this is making the challenge of talking and playing at the same time kind of fun.
I absolutely.
Yeah, having just being able to understand like okay, everybody has like one of these. You just got to figure out which one it is. Yeah, there's no like off like like for instance like Jury has like a like you said a 3-frame light punch, right? It's like oh okay great, I can't challenge in these situations. Cool, all right, good to know. So why Geef over the other big body characters in this game? But we were talking about you were playing Bruce too at some point, right?
Yeah, I have her in like Diamond 1 or something. I played her for a little bit. But honestly, the real reason is because I took the time to learn how to do a 360 on hitbox in Street Fighter 5.
Yep.
And I was like, wait, well, like Lily does.
Yeah.
But Manone didn't.
Yeah.
And the other characters with command grabs were all like either half circles or whatever, right? So like my real options were like I'm either going to play Lily or Geef because I already bothered to learn the 360 and I'm pretty good at it. And Geef his normals are gargantuan. Yeah. Right? I love like his personality. I love his personality in 5 too, but like in this one he's just like a fun dude. And I also had this artwork on my stick made before the game came out, before I even got to play Lily. So I was already like a Geef fan.
You were pocketed.
Yeah. And I have no problem switching. Like if they bring out Hugo, because I played my foray in the third strike, I played Hugo.
Yeah. Okay.
And honestly, I mean he's pretty fun. I like the fact that he has like a special move that's an anti-air instead of a super that doesn't work half the time. That's an anti-air.
All right. Fair.
And he's a big goofy guy, and I like him too. You know, like
so no Abigail then, huh?
I played Abigail a little bit, but like, he's not the kind of goofy I am.
Okay.
You know, he's very, I wouldn't say dumb, but
Over the top.
for lack of a better term, he kind of feels dumb.
Yeah.
You know, which is fine.
Coaxing the tire out. It's
Like,
so weird.
All right. But if or maybe if Sodom,
Oh, yeah,
that thing. I never played Alpha really, but the fact that he's like an American weeb,
Yeah.
like the opposite version, where he's like he has football and mall ninja stuff.
Yeah.
It's like he seems really cool, and he also has like a Rekka and a command grab and stuff. That's pretty neat.
He's the Street Fighter chick.
Oh yeah, basically.
Except a commando, the grappler, not a crazy rushdown character.
Right.
Yeah, that I honestly recommend playing some Alpha 2 at some point in your life.
There was a casual corner.
Oh, yeah.
And I played it then. But I think that was literally my first time playing it.
Oh man, it's so good.
And I couldn't figure out how to do the combo system with the what's it called, X combo?
Oh yeah, the X's or
Whatever it's called. The Garut? No, it's not Garut.
It's like the trigger system there that like gives you the freestyle combos.
Yeah, which was really cool. That was an interesting concept. And I've seen like videos where Geef does crazy things, and that.
Yeah. That's gonna hurt because I tried to throw you.
I don't know why I did that. So it was pretty good.
I mean, I'm practically dead anyway.
But yeah, that game looks really fun.
Yeah.
But I'm actually, so fun fact about me, I'm actually not very good at video games.
Okay.
Now, what I mean by that is I'm not inherently good at video games. Like some people, they'll pick up a game and they'll figure it out in a few minutes. And I'm not that guy.
He's like intentionally stopping my drive rush there. And then you're just like, nah, I'll just grab you. Anyway, continue, sorry.
Yeah, you're fine. So like Wayne, he brought this up, like we're getting really close friends, he can tell me things like this. He was like, yeah, you're not actually very good at video games, but when you put in the time, you have a good ability to learn, right?
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like, I didn't know that at the time, and at first I was like, I'm great at video games, what are you talking about? But then we literally play any game, and I'm the worst player, like at the very beginning.
Fair. Okay.
And I was like, oh, maybe there's something to it. And my wife also has brought up the point before too. She's like, the only time I can ever beat you in a board game is like the first time we play, and then you're impossible to beat after that. And I was like, oh no, my identity. I thought I was good at video games.
Hey, but you know, all that really means is you're great at learning.
True, exactly. That's what I basically reconciled it to, right?
That's the best way to go about it.
Like when I picked up this game, I played Skull 2.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Like that was legitimately. I think I went 4-6 or 1 or something in my placements.
Nice.
Right. Like. So yeah, I just kind of accepted that. It's nice to learn that from me.
Yeah.
That I'm not actually that good at video games, but I'm good at learning. Which where Wayne is like kind of the opposite. Where he's not bad at learning. He just doesn't have the patience.
Yeah.
So, but he naturally is just pretty good at whatever video game he's been playing. He just like figures out the system. Oh, I forgot you could do that. But he figures out the system way faster than I do.
Yeah. That's and I wonder if it's not so much that it's just like you're trying to like internalize the systems. I don't know why I'm psychoanalyzing this right now, but like that was as we were talking about. That was the thought that came to my head. It's like maybe you're just like internalizing the things you're learning, so you're spending that brain energy doing that.
I'm not sure. I guess I've never really talked like the 2 XKO is another good example, where none of the characters at first felt very good to me. I couldn't figure out what I was doing.
Yeah,
but Wayne had already figured out like a good bread and butter when we were playing it. He already had the Braum shield thing going and figured that out. You know?
He took that away from you? He took Braum away from you?
Well, we switched back and forth, but Darius is kind of the command grab character, right?
That's true.
I mean, I guess Braum has one too, but Darius is like I have an air command grab. I have a ground command grab.
I'm so excited to play 2XKO against you now, where I'm just getting tossed out of the air. That I mean, I guess that's something we can talk about. Like, how excited are you for that?
Very. Well, I'm pretty excited. I haven't been.
I pressed the button. I definitely pressed the button.
Man, I'm so excited. I already took the day, like the 8th and 9th off for
Nice.
2 days.
All right,
And
perfect.
Wayne and I are just I'm going over to his house and we're just going to play for like 2
Hell
days
yeah,
straight.
hell yeah. That's awesome. You did see that there's no local. You're gonna have to bring your machine to this house.
Oh, I didn't actually know that.
Yeah.
That's not big.
Yeah.
Like I said, I already have a travel computer that has Windows on it. So
I figured I would alert you.
I do appreciate
I
that.
learned that today.
Oh.
But yeah, like that's going to be a blast. I'm also very excited for that. So, what was your experience like playing that at Evo?
Oh man, so much fun! Like on Sunday, we couldn't get into the finals.
Yeah.
The venue was mismanaged. So what Jeremy or Wayne and I did was just played 2XK over and over. Like there wasn't a big line for it, and so we just like went back in line over and over. We probably played 100 matches.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Holy crap! That's awesome.
And like I was trying to say, like I could not figure out what I was doing until
Right.
like 70 matches in.
Hey.
Jeremy already had that stuff down. His name's Wayne, but his real name's Jeremy.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
But yeah, so I finally figured out what I was doing, and I felt strong, and it was a lot of fun.
Getting into that, man. That's awesome. Yeah, I am. Were you a big League guy beforehand?
Yeah, I played League for 13 years,
Yep. Okay. Same here.
from like 2010 to 2023, basically.
So did you ever did you know about like the origins of like where 2XKO came from?
Like the GGPO guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like the game that came out before that,
Oh yeah, that I have played it.
Rising Thunder.
Rise and Thunder, yes.
Yeah. That game was super cool. Yep. I've been so similarly. Like I've been waiting for this game to come out since I played Rising Thunder. Because then they're like, "Oh yeah, Ryan acquired Radiant Entertainment." And I was like, "Oh dude, that's sick! They're gonna make a League of Legends fighting game." And then all my friends were like, "No, they're gonna do something else. Why would they like do that?" I'm like, "I don't know." And here we are.
I was like, what else are you expecting the guys who made GGPO to do, though, right? Like,
Yeah.
Clearly, they have a huge passion for fighting.
Yeah.
They invented a new freaking net rollback system to make it work better, which is insane.
Yeah, and then now they get the whole Riot like internet architecture to like work for them.
Also, I don't know how techy you are, but like,
Mostly.
okay, cool. But what do you do for them, I guess?
I work for a software company.
Oh, okay.
I do like QA work for a PDF company.
Nice. So yeah, like they're talking about is kind of server side rollback, which is
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, I saw the little bit of details on that. So that's interesting. But you had more to add there.
Hey, that's just like that's something that's very interesting to me. How that's going to work, because like, typically you wouldn't think that you would want to do that, right? Because it adds
Right.
more latency.
Yeah.
But like I can see the advantages if one person disconnects, you don't lose the game because the servers are doing hosting, right?
Right. It's pretty close.
So like I'm pretty excited to see how that works. Like the tech innovation like that is super cool. To me.
Yeah.
Especially in the realms of the things that I love, you know.
Yep. So you mentioned when we were chatting before this, or maybe no, it was before this. Blitzcrank. What do you want to see from Blitzcrank?
Full screen command grab, baby.
I mean, it's gonna be something like that, right? I mean, Darius's like Air X is kind of almost already that.
Yeah, I mean like it is really good for sure. But like I literally want full screen.
Just
At no point are you allowed to not be paying attention to what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I want, even if it ends up being a super, because I think like doing a Last Stand super assist where you come in and
Yep.
all the way across the screen would be super cool.
Ooh, that would be really cool. I forgot about I forgot about the Last Dance thing till like halfway through the match between Pear and I, or like the second set that we had, and I was like, oh, I guess I forgot about that. We should probably use that. That would be cool. That would be a very cool way to go about that. Do you have any other like? Man, like that game is loaded with people that I'm like, this good character could be a command grab character.
Set is the obvious one.
Now Set, yeah, right? Set is very obvious.
He literally has his ultimate is a command grab.
Yeah.
I cannot believe he seems like. Well, okay, so Vi also could be a command grab character.
Don't ruin me like this. I need her to be a striker.
I think she's going to be a brawler, but she's like her ult's a command grab, right?
Oh, you know, okay, yeah.
So like maybe her level 2 ends up.
I can live with that.
Which I'm down for. But like Set seems like a really good one to be a command grab character.
Oh wow, that was right there.
Thresh, Blitzcrank.
Ooh, Thresh, yeah.
They all seem like good command grab character options.
Do you get Xin Zhao as a command grab character?
Not really. Maybe a Rekka though that ends in a command grab.
Ooh, there you go.
Like he has his 3 strikes, right?
Yeah.
Not W is Q.
Yeah.
I could definitely see that being like a Rekka style move, and like one of the options to knock up or a command grab or something that flips him over. Like it's sort of like an Abel style.
Yeah.
Thing.
There you go.
I can see that happening.
Yeah, that would be. I'm like that's the thing that I end up spending most of my time thinking about 2XKO is like, how does this character fit in the game? And so that like that kind of chat is always going to be.
They mentioned having Yordles, which like a Moo would be a good command grab.
Ooh, a Moo would be amazing.
Well, like and depending on what lore you believe in, he may or may not be a Yordle.
Fair enough.
He's still a small character.
Yeah,
that's right. And so like that would be interesting. I don't know how they're going to handle that. I could maybe just make them have regular sized boxes.
I mean, there's a couple that like work pretty well, like like Rumble.
That's true. Rumble would actually be pretty fun if he had like a like a Aki's poison mechanic, but it's just whenever he has the fire ready, it does, takes damage on you.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that would be very cool. I would play Rumble if Rumble ended up being a character in that game.
He's very fun,
like easily.
Elise, she could be like a switch command or a stance character.
Like a stance character,
right? And like her spider form, she has a command grab. Or no, actually it's her human form that has a command grab.
Yes,
she shoots the web. Yeah. But like that could be cool. I could see like using the long range. It would probably be a stun, not a command grab, I guess. But then going into like your spider form and like jumping over to them or something, that could be neat.
Yeah. Yeah, I think. Yeah. I'm trying to think of. Did you see the post that I posted in the chat about that the other day, where someone on the 2XKO Twitter wanted them to put Trundle in the game?
I did not see that.
Okay.
I do love Trundle. Not gonna lie.
Have you played Killer Instinct 2015 at all?
Yes, because it was free.
Okay.
Or it is free, right?
It is free.
I did play a couple games with that. It
so
was not free.
There is a character. Oh, my level 3 is out. Now I die. There's a character in that game called Agados.
What does it look like?
He's like a giant statue, like golem guy.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So he does that, where he summons walls, and he can also get a giant club that is just also a giant rock, and he can just hit you with it.
Oh, this is perfect. Dude.
And his whole thing is wall splatting you and just continuously wall splatting you, and I'm like, this is just what we're gonna get to XKO, but now it's a tag game.
That's amazing, actually.
It'll be wild. I mean, I'm sure he's kind of like a fan favorite. For sure. There's like weird characters though. Like, how do you do? Ooh, you know what? Command grab character Singed.
Yes, Singed could be a fun one. I feel like Singed, he would have a command grab. It would be like the final feature, right?
Yeah.
But he could be a fun control character.
Yeah.
Like using the glue to slow you down so your walk speed is slow or something. Or if like he throws the glue and throws you onto it just like in the game.
The worst part is the era of League of Legends that I played a lot of was the era of the I forgot what it was called, but it was essentially like he just runs past Tower 1 and just like kills all the proxy. Yeah, the proxy Singed, and man, that was just I'd like forgotten the glue exists because of that. What a nightmare that was.
I played a fair amount of Fox's. I was that guy for sure.
I mean, that's fine. It was just as a person at the time playing a lot of top, it was frustrating. So frustrating.
Okay, so my favorite character for a long time was Murdoch.
Oh,
And I could definitely see him having like a super that's a command grab, with his chains
yeah.
that instantly kill or something. Oh, somebody in the chat mentioned Cho'Gath.
Oh, yeah. I
Cho'Gath
saw
is
this today.
yeah. Another one of my mains. I like big characters, obviously.
Yep.
Cho'Gath and Urgot, they were all very fun to me.
So Scion.
I love Scion. Yeah, I did Jungle Scion before like Jungle Scion was a real thing. They gave him a lumberjack skin.
Yeah.
That was like,
What?
Yeah, I did the heavy one.
Okay.
So yeah, I was doing that before it was cool. And I would take like the boost mobility.
Yep.
And just run out of the thing back when he didn't have an ult that made him mobile. I would just go in and charge people. Are you buffering level 1?
I was. With the audio in the game turned out, it's kind of easy to tell.
Click.
Yeah, that would be Urgot would be fun for sure. Sorry, Lumberjack Singed. I'm not Scion. That's what we were talking about. Sorry.
Yeah. Maokai was another one of my favorites.
Maokai, great.
He has like that command grab with the W, right? There's so many command grab characters that could possibly be in this game.
That is very true. It is kind of the weird thing. Like for some reason, I don't know why I didn't think about it. Even though, yeah, he like straight up has a command grab in the game. But like when you're like Darius is a command grab character. Oh yeah, he is. He has the whole just get over here.
Yep.
You're now mine.
Where are you going?
You're about to get dunked on. I didn't actually get to see his level 3, and I was kind of sad by that.
He basically slices you a whole bunch of times and dunks on you.
Okay, alright, as long as the dunk is there. That's all that matters. I just need the dunk there. And I hope that Dunk Master Darius makes a return.
Do they have to?
There's no way that they don't. I bought that skin immediately. Did you have any of those fun? We should talk about some Evo here. But we can use this perfect transition that I just made very obvious. Did you have that like conversation? I mean, did you play with Lane a lot?
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say, did you have that obvious conversation with people in line about like your league time, and then you have that awkward conversation about like, so like how much money do you have in this game?
No, I didn't. But I last time I asked them because you can go on the website or whatever. I think it was like $700 something.
Yeah, I would
but again,
say
that's over 10 years.
Yes.
So that's like $70 a year, which is the price of a video.
Yep.
Right?
Pretty much.
I never really felt like I was a super overexpender.
Yeah. There was an era where I was playing. I played every week for at least 8 hours on like a Wednesday with like a bunch of people from work.
Okay.
So that became like that money expenditure became very apparent. Oh man, I've been dropping that twice today.
I definitely played like daily.
Oh, okay.
I probably have like 14,000 hours into the league.
Yeah.
There was a short when I went to the military. There was a short, like 6 or 7 month time where I couldn't play because I was in basic training in AID.
Yeah.
But other than that, from 2010 to 2023, I basically played almost every day.
Oh, jeez. Oh, really? As soon as 2023?
Yeah. Like literally 3 months before Street Fighter 6 came out, I was playing daily.
Oh,
and then I was like, you know what? I'm going to buy Street Fighter 5 so I can get ready for Street Fighter 6.
Okay. And then there it was.
Yeah. That's when I stopped playing League.
I think it stopped probably around. It was after an Extra Life. I know that. I don't remember what it was. But you read that. I was like, oh, I can get the overhead. He's crouching a lot now. And here I jump into it.
Thankfully, she has one of the easier overheads to see compared to like something like Chun.
Yeah, where it's just here it is.
Yeah, like when she does her stance overhead. I can't see that, man. I don't know if it's because I'm too old or what, but like she puts her hands down first.
Yep.
So you're like, okay, I'm safe, and then she goes, wham! You're like, okay. Or Kimberly's like her overhead looks just like her other kick move.
Yep.
Except for it's like something above her this time. That one always gets me too. But thankfully, like I don't think she has very many moves where she does a flip in her face.
Yeah. So yeah, so how was your Evo experience?
It's my first Evo.
Yep.
And I really enjoyed it. I had so much fun. I loved hanging out with meeting everybody. That was so cool. Jeremy is Wayne's one of my best friends, right? So hanging out with him for a couple days straight, which is awesome. I've been to a few conventions before. Like, I've been to Gen Con 1 year.
Yep.
I've been to a couple of Linux cons. But like having one for a video game is just so fun.
Yeah. Like that. Going to those is like kind of, god damn it. Not that. Also, going to like Gen Con is like kind of a very different experience, I think, than going to like fighting game tournaments.
Oh, for sure.
Because it's just like the best way I can describe it is like when you go to like Gen Con or anything like that. It's like you're doing all of like your kind of like retail therapy like very early and just getting that done.
Right.
But like at this, it's just like nope, you're playing video games day one. Like if you signed up to be a competitor, you're in. Like that's it.
Which is basically like all I did, between watching the homies play and playing my own pools and stuff.
Yeah.
And watching the matches on the big screen.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So like it's really interesting because I didn't hardly do any con things day one.
And then Sunday, you just did all the con things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a very similar kind of experience. With like Combo Breaker even. Oh man.
Do Super League?
I should have actually, but I didn't. I think Combo Breaker even has kind of a different vibe, and I think mostly that was because there's more boomers there than there was or there was more boomers at Evo than there was at Combo Breaker. So there's like a moment where like, oh, everybody's pools are done, like now we can just go to like one round or play in the arcade or whatever. That link. Oh, that was so close. But yeah, it was just like by the time we got done. All right, I don't know like when you stopped doing pool watching, but like I think it was 8. It was after DMF's Tekken when I think I stopped.
Got it a little bit on that.
Yeah, that was a really awesome.
Yeah. Oh no!
Oh no!
So I made dinner plans. It's my first Evo, right? So I didn't realize that stuff just goes on until like 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
But when I was making dinner plans, I was like, oh, okay, my dinner plans are gonna be like 9:30.
Yeah.
Everything should be done by then, right? No. Also, like the hotel sets are always like, we're gonna go play Evo. Hotel sets like 9. So if I didn't really want to go eat the food that I was eating,
I
probably would have skipped out.
Yep.
But next year, I definitely would plan that better, so I don't eat food in the middle of all the fun activities.
Yeah. So you planned out all of your like dinner plans all week?
Yeah.
You did do some hotel sets though, didn't you?
Yeah. There was I would get there like midnight.
Yeah.
And then like either half the people would be gone already or whatever.
Yeah.
So I did do some hotel sets, but it definitely would have been more fun if I got there with everyone else.
Yeah.
Did you do hotel sets?
Yeah.
And I don't think I saw you in hotel sets, right?
No, I might have been in a different room.
Yeah. I guess that's also possible. Yeah.
I think you were in one room. Did you ever go to Scare's room?
No, I was in Dad Radish's room, and then I went to.
Oh, the time where you were playing in Dad Radish's room, I was there, but I ended up playing out to Scare's. In the bedroom.
I may have just missed you then.
Yeah. I think you were playing Necromancer.
That sounds good.
Yeah. So it's like I remember seeing you in someone's hotel room. I just don't remember what it was.
I also have the memory of a goldfish.
Yeah, that's
shout out to ADHD, right?
Oh yeah. Funny story about that, if you don't mind sharing. I had a conversation with my dad about that this weekend, and my dad the outcome from that is my dad thinks now he has ADHD. It was a funny moment.
I think my dad may have a mild form of ADHD, but they're our parents, so that mental health is not a thing they care about.
Yep.
But I think my dad could have a hard time sitting still and just
Oh, that's
doing like boring monotonous things.
Yeah.
So, like I think my dad may have a mild form of ADHD, but definitely not near as bad as my dad is. Nice. Finally got it.
finally got it. Yeah, that was an interesting conversation to have with my dad. But yeah, goldfish memory is a problem for sure.
For sure. Like I literally couldn't think about anything else other than sitting. Like, I'm gonna forget to go. I'm gonna forget to go. I'm gonna just go home and like look at the time.
Oh
I'm
god,
gonna see a message like, "Where you at, brother?"
JB's been sitting at boss battle for 2 hours. Oh no. Yeah, so that is where we're at, by the way. So if you're ever in Indianapolis and you want to hang out at a cool arcade, you should come by boss battle. It's in the Castleton Square Mall.
Correct. Zoex is in, the guy who owns it.
Yeah.
Him and his wife are in. But he's in the Discord. He just doesn't live in this space.
Yeah, I think I ended up chatting with him at one point. Actually, I think that's how this bit of planning actually ended up happening.
He was at a team out Thursday.
Yeah.
Which he doesn't really come to very often.
Yeah.
They recently moved to Canada, so they
Obviously not here now.
Yeah, not here now.
But yeah, the local space here back here is like super cool. It's like kind of surprised. Like how we're sitting in the middle of like what I'm assuming is like the setups area.
Yeah, like all these tables are cool setups.
And it's pretty rad.
The murals are super cool. I love the Magikarp and Gyarados mural.
Then there's the whole
That's
Smash.
the Final Destination, yeah. And that the King DVD actually was commissioned by me.
Oh really?
Yeah, he was my main in 4 and Ultimate.
Yeah.
And when they were doing a guy, I was like, "Yo, I want the King DVD," and they're like, "Are you gonna pay him?" Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's go. That's awesome. So what was Smash part of the impetus for trying other fighting games?
I know, honestly, here in Indy, at least, I don't know how it is the rest of the place, right?
Yeah.
But in Indy, there is not a ton of overlap between Smash and the FGC.
Okay.
Even though we both play in this building,
Yeah.
they play on Sundays and the FGC plays on Saturdays.
Okay.
But there are a few people. People might be familiar with maybe Pace and Teddy Treebark. They both play both, or they used to play. They both play fighting games.
Oh shit. Yeah.
But
Okay.
I can't remember what they're twins. One of them, maybe both of them, did really well in KOF, and I think Teddy Treebark got like 9 in Uni or something.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly. I'm sorry, Teddy, if I said the wrong game. Forgive me. But yeah, like they did. They're pretty good, and they're like pretty, as far as I know, like decently known TOs.
Okay.
Or Teddy is, you know, like basically TO, but they're twins, so like you know one, you know the other.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were basically one of the few overlaps with the FGC.
Okay.
But yeah, so what really ended up happening is I used to be a streamer,
Oh.
and I streamed our local Smash tournaments.
Okay.
And at some point, one of the FGC people were like, "Hey, can you stream our stuff too? We meet once a month." And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I used to own this company called Pushblock Gaming.
Good name.
I didn't actually pick the name. I didn't know what Pushblock was at the time. But like another guy was running it for a long time, and I was helping him out a little bit. And then he decided to stop doing it, and so I took over operations.
Okay.
So I started streaming some of their games, and like Dragon Ball FighterZ was like the first tournament that I streamed. And they like, "Hey, come play with us." And I was like, "I don't know if I can play fighting games. I guess I press buttons." But there was like auto combos in that game, right?
Yeah.
So like, I picked Nappa because he's like one of my favorite Dragon Ball characters. And I
Just
auto comboed, and it was like me. I was like, "Wow, this is cool."
It's all it takes.
Yeah, basically. And like, so like I did play Dragon Ball FighterZ a little bit. I didn't really like, because my Nappa wasn't very good at the beginning, but I didn't know how to play him very well.
Yeah.
I think he got better. Someone told me he got like really good at some point. But he was the only character I played. I didn't really care to learn two other characters. Yeah, I didn't really understand the concept of a team-based fighter. Which is also why I don't play KOF. Same reason.
It's a little bit
I'm
of
gonna play Clark and just Clark.
Yeah.
Can I play 3 Clark?
Can I
Clarks, please?
hit Clark 3 times? Freaking
and-
Clark.
And that's on me though, right? That's a
fun.
me issue, not a game issue.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm super excited about 2KO because I can play. It's a team game, but I can play one character.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited about that. I don't think I'll ever probably play singles. Singles, unless I'm just like I need to practice playing the game. But maybe I'll do Jeremy not available, so I play.
And then you can also have your dream team of Blitzcrank Darius.
Yeah. Actually, my dream team would probably. I was a jungle / support main.
Okay.
And my dream team, honestly, would probably be Tarek and Blitzcrank.
Wow. Okay.
I love Tarek.
Just stun, grab to stun.
Right?
Yeah. All right.
Grab and knock him up, switch in, stun.
Yep. There you go.
I don't know what his ultimate would be, but like, buff my attack damage or something after a big slam would be neat. Or whatever he does. But yeah, so like that would probably be my dream team. Those are my favorite. Although I think I have the most hours from team.
Well, of course. Because why wouldn't you?
I kind of got forced into the top lane with my friends at some point. And I was like, well, if I'm playing up here, I'm going to play a
War crime?
Yeah, a goofy war crime character.
I got it again. All right. But yeah, that's.
Well, yeah, to go back to what we're talking about.
sorry.
Yeah, the playing Smash didn't really have anything to do with me getting into the FGC.
Yeah.
Except for maybe the fact that I knew a couple people who also played there.
Yeah. What was what got you into Smash, like in a competitive sense? I don't know why I'm running away from you when you're in the one break path.
Senate World.
I don't want to get thrown. That's what's happening. Yeah, like that.
So it's kind of a convoluted life history.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so like we were much poorer when I was growing up, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't actually have a lot of gaming systems. I got to go to the arcade or go to the arcade or whatever, right? But when I was 8, I believe, is when I got the N64. So I've been 1998, like a couple years after
Okay.
But the game I got with so the game I got with it though was Smash 64.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, this is the coolest, I played Kirby because he was my favorite Nintendo character, obviously. You got King Dedede up there, right? Yep. It's like my favorite series. And I was like, I just spam being a rock. And I had the time of my life, throwing Pokeballs and becoming a rock. And so I was like, this is the coolest game ever. And of course, then Melee came out, and that's where I got to play Ganondorf, who's like one of my favorite characters from, the evil side of Nintendo.
Oh,
And I was
yeah.
like, Ganondorf is so cool. And his Wizard Punch is not good, but when no one knows what they're doing,
Yeah.
it's the greatest move ever. And then Brawl came out when I was in college, and I played one competitive game of Brawl, like on its release date. And that was basically the only time I ever did anything with that game.
Yep.
I didn't like that game though because it felt, even though tripping I think wasn't as big as the deal as we made it out to seem, like it definitely felt bad every time you tripped.
Yeah.
Right. And so like I basically immediately stopped playing that game.
That's like the controversial. My Smash issue is kind of bad. That's the kind of controversial one, right?
Brawl, Brawl was they switched art directions. They switched, they had that weird tripping mechanic in it. The game wasn't near as fast. It was really slow compared to Melee.
Yeah.
That is the controversial one for sure. Also, Meta Knight was in the game. You get like a technically invincible or infinite, like where you become just invincible.
Oh, great. Yeah, that sounds.
And when he wasn't becoming invincible, he could just like fly away forever, and like the game got really stalled when people played him. It was the best.
Yeah.
Some people love that game though. No. If you love that game, good on you. More power to you. Then Smash 4 came out, and I had just moved into my apartment, and I was like, "Oh, a new Smash game's coming out. That's cool." And there's this documentary, the Smash documentary. I don't know if you ever heard of it.
No.
Oh yeah, so like there's this whole documentary that follows who at the time were the 5 gods of Smash.
Okay.
And it kind of like tells their whole tale, right?
Cool.
And those of us who joined after that were called like the Doc Kids.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. And I'm definitely a Doc Kid for sure. as I started playing it. And my first tournament I ever went to for any fighting game was a major, Apex 2015 in New Jersey. Which is an insane thing to do. I drove in the middle of winter all the way to New Jersey.
Oh, jeez.
Definitely would not recommend.
As a person who just sort of did that drive, that is a little crazy. I mean, not in the winter, obviously.
Yeah, I think it was like, I want to say it was like 15 hours.
Yeah, that sounds
And
about
it
right.
was snowing, and my car it was a manual car, which is normally fine, but we have to drive for 15 hours in the snow. Not great.
No. Need a new clutch after this?
And then the roof fell in. That's like what that tournament is famous for.
Oh.
Not the actual roof of the venue, I guess, but the parking garage next to the venue. It fell in, and the fire marshal came and it was like, yeah, you guys can't play here because you're so close to the infrastructure. Like, it was a whole mess. That was my first tournament.
That is a good time.
My local TO was TOing for that tournament.
Yeah.
And I met him through there, so then I came back and I started playing on the local.
Oh,
and that's like what got me into competitive local gaming.
Okay. Oh, that's awesome. And that kind of just is where it continues for this place.
Yeah, it definitely was one of those things where I thought I was hot shit, right?
Yep.
Because I played online, but I don't know if Smash 4 had like a skill-based matchmaking. Like, I'm not 100% sure if it did or not, because I had like an 83% win rate or something.
Oh, jeez.
So when I went to Apex, I was like, I fucking got this. Immediately
This is in the bag.
The funniest thing ever. And then I went to my local and I was like, all right, you know what? That was the major where everyone was. I'm about to fucking rock my locals. Oh, very fun.
That's always the. We might as well have shown that off.
50 frame move, baby.
Oh, that was great.
So yeah, Smash definitely got me into the competitive playing games competitively. Before that, it was like, I played League of Legends, which has never had a competitive local scene for anything, as far as I'm aware. There was like some college scenes or whatever.
That was always something I wanted to like try to develop, and then I realized like just kind of how annoyingly difficult that would be.
It's also really annoying that even though you go somewhere, you have to play online. Right?
And like, so then suddenly you're worried about like internet connection and kind of connectivity and all that stuff. And that's just not a good time.
Yeah, the other really crappy part about that is that at the time, the servers were in California.
Yeah.
And we're over here in Indiana. Our ping was like 95 to 100. And which, at the time, I didn't know any better. And I was like, this feels fine to me. But then when they moved the servers to Chicago, I was like, man, 30 ping, I could actually hit things? This is crazy.
Skill shots make sense now? Oh, great. That's awesome.
That might explain why I play characters without skill shots. Now everyone has skill shots, so I gotta figure this out.
Oh, yeah. That was maybe one of the more interesting League of Legends changes, was all the characters who just had targeted abilities no longer having those.
Yeah, so Tarek went from like just press E, hit him, now I had to like walk with him.
The Rise was that for me, where like I played a lot of Rise, and then they changed it so he didn't have targeted abilities anymore, and then I suddenly never played Rise ever again. Well, the TF I think still kind of does have them, right? Or I don't know, he might have been reworked since I last played.
His Q was always a skill shot for 3 cards.
Yeah.
But I think the rest of his skill was point click stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like his W was a passive, and his E was a bigger card, right?
Yep.
If I remember correctly.
Oh, and then it was his next physical attack guy, the card. Oh, I should have stopped blocking you.
Ooh, that was late. Usually when juries hit me 3 times, I can grab it, but you can follow up with that thing, which may have been unsafe on blocking.
The DP? I think her light DP is unsafe on block.
Yes, but it's not unsafe if it hits me, right?
That's true. It is not unsafe if it hits you. Oh. So what other... did you play any City of Wolves?
I played 1 game of it.
Yeah, same.
I don't think that game's for me. The art style is amazing.
But what if Clark is
with fighters in it. I mean, they're already going to have who's the bird grappler guy?
Tizok, yeah.
Tizok?
Yeah.
He looked super cool in his trailer.
Yeah.
But the movement in that game, and it's very possible it's just because I haven't played any of those kind of games before. But the movement in the game felt so awkward.
Yeah, it like I forgot who I was talking to beforehand.
Oh, that was too plus.
I went into like, I can pontificate about the sentence now. I was talking to somebody and they're like, yeah, hey, just be warned that it's gonna feel like slower than Street Fighter, and I was like, that's a thing.
Well, this game's kind of fast, but like slower than Street Fighter 5 would be.
Yeah, but even then, like I was thinking about like Guilty Gear is a fast game, and like you play this game, and then you go play Guilty Gear. It's like a different. Suddenly, like, oh god,
for sure.
Then I went and played City of Wolves, and I was like, oh, I see what they mean now. This is very slow. Even with the drive rush. Oh wow, I didn't even know I was gonna get you there.
Oh, nice, that was neat.
Usually you can get that in there, but I just went for the speed right here.
So yeah, like, and I don't know if it was just me, but or maybe the sticks they were bad, but I felt like I couldn't get specials to come out.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's like a KOF specific thing that I should know, or if it's just their sticks felt kind of loose
because they were using they're like the Obsidian or Combat Obsidians, right? If I remember correctly.
I don't actually.
They were like all black.
They were all black for sure.
Okay.
But like I didn't look at the name right out.
Yeah, I don't.
Also being a hitbox player.
Yeah, that.
Like every stick feels inconsistent to me.
I think that was maybe my experience with the game. It's like I felt like it was fine, but yeah, I just had some inconsistencies with buttons.
Also, like I don't know who ever decided that the square was a good idea.
Oh, the
square gate.
Yeah.
Like for some reason people love it, but my first fighting stick when I got Guilty Gear, I bought a Mayflash F300.
Yep.
Which is like very cheap, but still good.
Yeah, it's great.
But like it had the option of the octagate you could switch out.
Oh, that's cool.
And I played with a square gate, and I was like, brother, I cannot hit any of my things because like I would get stuck in the diagonal plate, and maybe that's just my lack of playing with a stick. But I switched to the octagate, and I had a way better time.
Yeah,
I was like, wow, this is significantly better. I don't know why anybody would play. And that, to be fair, I played on the GameCube controller, right, which has the notches and all the things.
Yeah, so you can feel that.
Right, so maybe that's just part of what I was used to. I don't know.
Yeah, there's an art to the square gate. I don't know what it is. I used a square gate. Well, I had a stick that did have a square gate in it, and I had to put an octagate in one of my other sticks. And I ended up just playing with the octagate more.
Again, maybe that's just me showing my age and not having played on the arcades for all that time. But like, man, it felt so weird to be like, yeah, you just have to figure out where your cardinal ranges are.
Yeah.
You go too far and it's a diagonal. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's always. There was a point where I thought to myself, and I don't know if you felt this way while you were playing with the stick, like that you'd never play with a hitbox because you're like, oh man, that just feels too weird.
I was so concerned about spending all this money on a hitbox and then like hating the controller.
Oh no!
Oh no, very unfortunate. But I pondered over it and I was like, yeah, I do not enjoy playing this fighting game on the stick.
Yeah.
And my hands, from playing Smash for so long, like I would get cramps playing. Getting old and probably doing it for too long.
Yeah.
I was like, my hands get cramped playing on a pad. If this leverless thing doesn't work out, I don't think I can play the fighting games in a way that I can enjoy it. So I guess I'll get it, and maybe I can just sell it if I end up not liking it. But thankfully, I loved it. So I was a PC gamer for a long time, right?
Yeah.
So like the keyboardish inputs feel nice, and the being able to slide with the SPD'd just feels great.
Yeah, that ended up being a key thing for me that I realized I translated easily. It's like, oh, spacebar to jump. Oh, once I convinced myself of that, it's fine.
I play a lot of platformers and stuff too, so like that was perfectly fine. My friend and I actually tried Zoex, the guy who owns this place.
Yeah.
I bought a Brooks board for my Mayflash originally because I was going to use it to play the PlayStation and stuff. And I was like, do you think we can build? Because he works all the arcade machines, right?
Yeah.
Like he's an arcade tech. And I was like, you think we could like build one of these? And he was like, yeah, they're just buttons.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, I don't know, I've never been inside of one. So we literally got like a sheet of metal and like drilled holes into it that fit some Songbird buttons that he had.
Yeah.
And like built our own. And it was like a really neat process, but it was using wax.
Oh, okay. So you were doing, yeah.
Because I was like, I don't know if I want a hitbox with the buttons on thumb. Because like again, PC gamer, I was like, I think having it up in the WAS format would just be way more comfortable for me. But it turns out 360s are really hard to mess with.
Yeah, I was going to say, can't do the slide.
Which I didn't know at the time, but yeah, so I ended up, I think I like this, but I'll try the others, just see what happens.
Walked into it again.
Anyway, so this ended up being great perfect for me. Yeah, it's like the hitbox is kind of controversial because they have like some strong opinions or whatever, but
yes,
really thankful that they invented, or I don't know if they invented it, but
yeah,
popularized
the idea.
Yeah.
I bought a snack box micro because I was concerned that so I was going to Combo Breaker for the first time, and I was like, oh well, if I need a PlayStation 5 controller, I might as well just buy one because the Wingman didn't exist yet, and I had a Hori Alpha for Xbox because I was just playing on PC, and so I bought the snack box micro. It came in like 2 weeks before Combo Breaker, and I just used it, and I was like, oh, this isn't bad at all. And once I had that down, it was just like, okay, this is kind of now my preferred way to play it. I find like playing older games though, it's like those the input parsers don't like how quickly you can just push like multiple directions.
Yeah, they're like, wait, should be literally impossible for you to go from left to right in one frame.
But it works.
Third Strike doesn't seem to care that much, and I can still do slide SPD'd on that one, which is really nice. But like Street Fighter 2, trying to play that on like emulator, it does not play super well.
Not a fan.
Oh, but that game, just eats its inputs anyway because of its architecture. But yeah, but eating inputs and going so fast, the game does struggle. Yeah.
So Smash to FGC games. That's that feels pretty natural.
Yeah, I think once you play enough Smash, and you're like, man, the developers clearly don't care about balance. Right. It's fine. It's meant to be a party. Yeah, I understand. But it does suck, because it did do patches in Ultimate, and it did do patches in 4, and the low tier characters just did not get a lot of love. It was mostly just like things that were obviously like, right, and it just sucked because the character I liked was bad, and he had no chance of ever being good.
That was EDD.
Yeah. He wasn't horrible in Ultimate, I guess, but like he was never going to be a top tier, right? Yeah. And every new DLC they released just like made him drop further and further down the tier list, which is the worst. Same thing happened in 4 as well.
You couldn't beat Terry Bogard.
Couldn't beat. Nope. Like in 4 when they released Bayonetta.
Yeah.
That was. I was a sad boy.
Yeah. That's a bummer.
He was also just like incredibly strong.
Did that end up being like the paid DLC characters? Just or not paid DLC, but like the guest characters. Maybe is a better way to rephrase that. Was that just like a situation where like they just were good?
I think so, right? Because like I'm sure the people who license them were like, can't make our character can't be bad.
Yeah, you can't make Ryu bad,
right? Like, and he was weird, but he's not bad.
Yeah.
And they did a good job of that, but like it ended up being like most of the DLC characters were like Mewtwo ended up not being that great, all things considered. But, like he was like the only DLC character that wasn't super good.
Then like people weren't like happy with or not Jin. Is it Jin or is it?
Yeah,
Kazuya?
Double Jin, I think. So he does like the double powers. I think Double Jin.
One of those Tekken characters is insane.
I think it's Jin. I'm gonna call it what it is. I don't know, or is it?
Is it? Yeah, I don't remember either.
Because he also had skins, like you could play the other characters, some of the other characters.
The Devil Jin.
Yeah, I mean, like it definitely is one of the devil users. So he has the laser. And when he like force matches you, like turn to. But yeah, like he's kind of it's Kazuya.
Oh, Kazuya. Yeah. Sorry, that I've heard. It's Kazuya.
Yeah. But yeah, like he ended up being really strong, and like he has like an infinite, or not like an infinite, I guess, but he does like if you do the electric, he can just like electric you like 3 or 4 times and then up smash you and kill people.
Oh God, jeez, that's terrifying.
Especially if there's like a platform that he can use like crazy things and just like kill you.
Did you get into any of the non-Smash games, like the other platform fighters? Maybe like I mean, I think everybody in the world played multiverses, but did you get into like Rivals or anything like that?
I didn't get into Rivals. I think only because I didn't play with it.
Yeah.
Because I really like Krag.
Yeah.
The beetle guy. The Hercules beetle. Like he's super cool. I love like the Rock.
Yeah.
And when the polar bear guy came out, I can't remember his name. He's super cool. He had like a command grab.
Yeah. I don't remember his name either, but I like Rastor and Maple, so those are the characters I played in that.
For sure, those are like the traditionally good characters, right? I don't blame you at all for liking those characters. Maple was really cool with the stuff you could do with the seed. I really like that. Rivals 2 seems really fun.
Yeah.
Like I might play that casually.
Oh, you can reach out to me and I'll play duos with you on that.
I had like a friend who played, but other than that, it was hard. And to his credit, he definitely tried to get people to play. But
yeah. I mean, it's a kind of.
The game was also kind of wonky with controllers.
Yeah.
Because it was built in.
I think it's
Game Maker, yeah. Like it had some weird controller issues that I don't think we ever fixed. But this game is the new one's built in Unreal, I think, right?
Yeah.
So I suspect it's controller issues.
It was at Evo.
Was it?
Yeah. It was way in the back where those shoes are.
Oh man, I must have missed the entire section of Evo. Apparently, there was another game, like an indie fighting game, that was also there called like Corruption, or maybe something like that.
Maybe.
Start with a C, I'm pretty sure.
I know. I learned about Dojo Masters from the Scarecrows.
I don't know. Where were these people at? Like, were they behind the art?
They might. Yeah, I think so.
Man, that sucks. I definitely thought that was, the whole thing was art selling.
I didn't see the Dojo Master game.
They should have had an indie game section.
Yeah.
It
would have made way more sense. It was kind of near the arcade, if I remember correctly. Which
I didn't go to the arcade because I just wasn't interested in playing other games, I guess. Which is sad because I didn't know the indie games were.
Yeah.
I would have loved to play.
I mean, you got to play a lot of JXKO, which is the real win there. But yeah, kind of going back to the Evo thing, it was kind of a bummer, the finals situation, for sure. I think, I don't know how much of the nonsense that that kind of came out after Evo, like people were kind of doing their I guess YouTube drama or whatever, but
as it is.
there was something that somebody pointed out, a very interesting thing where, from what I understand, they oversold Sunday.
They originally said that the arena was going to be able to hold 10,000 people.
Yeah.
I don't know how true that is because I never actually got to go in the arena.
I just got to see from the outside at one point.
I saw the line.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
But if the arena was supposed to hold 10,000, but we had 17,000 people signed up, right?
Yeah.
10,000 or almost 11,000 players, and then another 6,000 just day pass people, right? So maybe that's true, but if it was, that's still technically selling, right?
Yep.
That's 7,000 more people than you planned for.
Yep. Yeah, it was weird, but I was kind of I thought the whole outcome of that was still pretty great, at least on the Street Fighter side. I mean, I really didn't pay attention to any other games because this was the only game I was really. I mean, I played Killer Instinct, but I didn't stick around. I didn't watch the final score like I did do a Combo Breaker, because I mean, the Combo Breaker makes a spectacle. Yeah. because obviously it's in the namesake.
Oh yeah, could bomb over. Yeah. You're right. I didn't think about that actually.
But the so that was great, but like because it was a community tournament, Evo was just kind of off to the side. So I was just like, I don't really want to make the effort to go over there. That's a kind of shame on me, but
the Third Strike finals, or not necessarily the finals, but watch it. Io, is that how you say his name?
yeah.
Dude, that guy. That's the first time I've ever seen him before. That guy was crazy. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I wish
I
I
a spectacle for sure.
wish I spent more time watching that stuff. I did not watch this, and that was it. And well, technically, and I watched DNF.
DNF was there?
Yeah. There was a community tournament for it, and it was on one of the side. The finals were on one of those side stages, and because we couldn't get into the arena, Gio was like, "Hey, let's just go watch the DNF duel finals, and then we'll just watch the Street Fighter finals there." And so we sat through that and Tekken, which was fun. It was fun to watch. Being the only person I think on our Discord that was in at Evo that played DNF Duel. It was fun to be like, oh yeah, no, I understand that this is. I can see why you wouldn't find this interesting.
So I played Grappler when that game came out.
Yeah.
And man, he was fun.
Oh yeah.
Except for the fact that one guy with a win.
Oh, Swiftmaster.
Swiftmaster, yeah, dude. I just like, I just don't get to play the game. Huh?
Do you want to know what the finals were?
No.
It was Launcher versus Swiftmaster.
Yep, Launcher was also a problem.
Just like characters on two sides of the screen, just throwing stuff at each other.
I also like the Paladin character.
Oh, Crusader.
Yeah, Crusader.
Oh, not Crusader. Inquisitor.
Oh,
no.
Yeah. The guy was
Crusader was the big guy. Sorry, Crusader was the big guy. Inquisitor was the axe.
Oh yeah. The guy, the big hammer though was so
Yeah.
I like putting up the wall.
Yep.
Like, there's a lot of fun mechanics in the game.
Trundle again.
Yeah. Trundle, you're right.
Yes, there were a lot of fun mechanics in that game. I enjoyed watching the finals, but I could see why maybe some people didn't think it was just fun. But whatever. We were cheering them on. It was great. So yeah, we played a couple more matches here. And do you have anything you'd like to plug? Team Battle Thursdays.
Team Battle Thursdays for sure. Although, like August 8th, which is the next one. No, there's no one for that one. I'm definitely gonna be playing.
So Team Battle Thursday 2XKO.
Yeah, for sure. If we can do that somehow.
Oh, I think we could probably. There might be custom rooms.
They said there's gonna be custom rooms, but I don't know if it's just gonna be 1v1 or what.
We'll figure it out. But I think that I would come play Team Battle Thursday 2XKO for sure.
If that's possible, we're definitely doing it.
Alright, sweet.
I guess just like the general good vibes of our Discord, right?
Yeah.
If anybody listening to this is not part of the Discord, you're over 30, definitely join.
Absolutely.
We have some fun people there for sure. Shout outs to Linux if you guys seen it.
Yeah, we were talking about that just before that. Just before we started recording.
Trying to pressure Riot into
supporting Vanguard.
Yeah, for sure.
Making Vanguard support Linux.
Yeah.
That is a adventure I want to go in sometime. So I probably end up hitting you up for tips and tricks and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely, no problem.
Because yeah, like I mean, I just based on the way that I didn't bring with me, but the C deck works. It's like pretty flawless compared to the way things used to be.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I've been, like I said, on Linux since like 2012, and back then, man, yeah, just getting a game to work was a miracle. And like what Valve's done is just so cool. They're a cool company for sure. Yeah, and like pushing their own hardware, like, and like they didn't really pressure the companies to make a Steam Deck verified, but like getting that nice little check mark next to your game,
yep,
I'm sure influenced a lot of developers to do that. So
I think like because they've been trying to do the Linux thing for a long time, right? Like they've
Yeah,
had
they
like
had Steam machines before.
Yep. And I think having the Switch competitor kind of idea was the right move. Like the Steam OS stuff was cool, or the Steam Deck, not Steam Deck. What was it? Steambox? Was that what it's called?
The Steam machine.
The Steam machine. Thank you. That thing, while cool, I don't know, really like executed.
It wasn't. Yeah. They were like, here's this idea, third parties have at it.
Yeah. Well, then they have the like remote streaming device.
The Steam Link?
Yeah, Steam Link. There we go. Thank you.
The Steam Link was actually pretty neat. I have.
I gave mine away.
I understand.
I used it for a good period of time. It was very cool.
But it's actually interesting in hindsight to go back and look at it, right? It's like, oh, they invented this controller. They invented this OS.
Yes.
They made this OS. They made this streaming thing, which you can still do.
Yeah.
Stream from your desktop and
Yeah.
whatever. And like it's fun going back and looking at all that stuff and then all coming together.
Final product.
There was a plan.
Yeah. Honestly, that is my best way to bypass all the nonsense for Destiny. Is I just stream my desktop to my Steam Deck. So if I want to sit and play Destiny on the couch, because Destiny's a great sit on the couch and not pay attention to anything going on game.
I've never actually played Destiny.
That's fun.
Is it kind of like it's a shooter, right?
Yeah, it's like a looter shooter kind of thing.
Is it kind of like a Fortnite?
No, it's kind of an MMO in a sense.
Okay.
Where you kind of like going through. Oh, you're. But yeah, you're kind of experiencing a story, and there's like dungeons and stuff that you can play with your friends and whatnot. It's kind of all instant. I would say it's more akin to Guild Wars, like OG Guild Wars, than it is really an MMO. Because everything's just like instance based, and so you're just like kind of hopping in and doing things with your friends. But it's like you're not like. There are some areas where you'll see all like other people like hanging out and stuff, but for the most part, it's just kind of you go and you do your thing. You go back to the social hub and you do up all your gear, and you go back out and you do it again. It's a great time. But cool. I think that's gonna call this episode. Thanks for meeting up with me here.
Yeah. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, it was it was just for you.
Thanks. Yeah, not for any other reason.
Not for any other.
But
reason.
if you come to Indy again for no other reason, hit me up for sure. We can just hang out that time.
Yeah, dude, I'm down for absolutely, man. Cool. All right. Well, have a good. Hope you guys all enjoyed the show, and have a good one.
Bye.